You guys, today, Caitlin Clark got fined $200. Kathy, what do you think you are accomplishing by that? What kind of message do you think you're accomplishing by doing? You're not even making an example out of her by finding her an exorbitant amount of money. You are literally making a joke out of yourself by finding her such a little.
The WNBA has landed itself in yet another mess, one that perfectly highlights the league's ongoing leadership failures. And this time, it's not blown calls or suspect officiating. It's the league choosing to punish its biggest star simply for daring to speak up about problems everyone can see.
Okay, and we know how this works because Sophie Cunningham has told us how this works. If you talk about the refereeing, if you talk about the officiating on the InstaFace, on the TikToks, on the Twitters, any of that social media, in the public, in the interview, if you mouth it in the shower, Kathy Engelbert will peek in and look around at you and point at you and be like, you're fined. Even though she won't clean up the officiating in her trash-ass league? Okay.
Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's breakout superstar who's practically reinvented women's basketball, was slapped with a $200 fine after she posted "Refs couldn't stop us" on Instagram following her team's playoff win over the Atlanta Dream.
So during the game, we saw here, the Fever players celebrating. I would assume based on the reaction that this was after the Lexi Hull steal and everything. And Caitlin Clark on Instagram commented this: "Refs couldn't stop us. Elite bench mob. It wasn't for the lack of trying. Glad they're having fun and celebrating like no other teams. Will she get fined for saying that?" Yeah, she got fined.
The timing couldn't be more telling. Right as the Fever make their deepest playoff push in almost a decade, stunning the basketball world by stealing Game 1 from the heavily favored Las Vegas Aces, the WNBA suddenly decides it's the perfect moment to flex its authority on Clark.
When you're on the WNBA's time, or the NFL's time, or the NBA's time, when you're on their time, criticizing the officials, calling out the officiating, I've seen players get fined for that. But when you're on your own time, well, now, other than Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark seems to be the two players that come to my mind of players getting fined, criticizing the officials, doing it on their own time, quote unquote, off the clock.
Instead of celebrating the incredible storylines unfolding in these playoffs, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and her team seem more focused on policing Instagram captions and handing out petty fines for comments that simply point out what everyone already knows.
The hate is real. The hate is real, Kathy. I see you hating on us from a mile away, Kathy Engelbert. We all see it. You out here trying to find Caitlin Clark. You out here finding the one person who's actually bringing money into this league. What a joke. You're mad that the Indiana Fever are here right now. Y'all didn't expect us to get this far. Y'all really didn't expect it. We got Sophie Cunningham exposing the whole league agenda. Exposing them. Caitlin Clark mocking them all on Twitter, all on Instagram, everywhere, because they are joking.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe. Now, let's be absolutely clear about what went down. After the Fever edged out Atlanta 87-85 in Game 3 of their first-round series, Clark dropped two simple comments under the team's Instagram post celebrating the bench: "Elite bench mob" and "Refs couldn't stop us." That second line, 4 words reflecting exactly what millions of fans have been shouting all season, somehow earned her a $200 fine from the WNBA's thought police. The absurdity is unreal.
What world do we live in? Like, I'm pretty sure she just said the refs can't stop them celebrating. This isn't even her going at refs. It's literally like if you say the word refs and you're an Indiana Fever player, you're gonna get fined. If you say the word refs as a Fever player, the word referees has to be spoken, cannot be said by an Indiana Fever player, otherwise it's a fine. And the worst part is if they got fined for celebrating. So I don't think, only she got fined, not everybody. There's other people on the floor, everything. She's not, like, they're celebrating, the timeout's been called. Or the foul's been called, it is what it is.
This is the same league that let its biggest star get targeted all season long with barely a whisper in her defense. Yet the second she calls out the officiating, in the mildest, most harmless way imaginable, they act like she's committed some unforgivable offense. And here's the part that borders on delusional. Clark isn't even playing in these playoffs. She's been out since July with a groin injury that cut her second season short after just 13 games. The player who brought the WNBA record-breaking attention, revenue, packed arenas, and historic TV ratings is stuck on the sideline, watching her teammates push forward without her. And still, even injured, even unable to contribute on the court, she somehow ends up in the league's crosshairs, punished for nothing more than stating what everyone already knows.
The WNBA definitely got to play these women more. You got to pay these women more. Because what the hell is a $200 fine? This picture right here is giving me Mom Made Pizza Rolls vibes. Mom Made Pizza Rolls and everybody... Caitlin Clark was fined $200 for her comments she left on the IG post. She said refs couldn't stop us, meaning they advanced to the next round despite the refs trying to throw them a curveball every game, despite having to play against the refs. And the league said, "Oh hell no, you gotta run me that. You gotta run me that 200. You got to run me that 200."
Clark's reaction to the fine tells you everything about how seriously she takes this nonsense. "Got fined $200 for this LOL," she wrote on X, dropping laughing emojis and promising the bench mob would be even louder tomorrow. Teammate Sophie Cunningham jumped in too, joking that the fine would absolutely destroy Clark's bank account and offering, with perfect sarcasm, to start a GoFundMe. These are professional athletes openly laughing at the league's weak attempt at intimidation. And honestly, they should be. Because the numbers expose just how petty this punishment really is. Clark makes $78,668 from her WNBA salary, but her Nike, Gatorade, and other endorsement deals are worth tens of millions. That $200 fine? It's roughly 0.007% of her estimated net worth. This was never about money, it was about the message the league wanted to send. Instead of fixing the officiating problems that have plagued the WNBA all year, they're punishing the players who dare mention them. And here's the kicker. Clark's comment wasn't even remotely controversial. She didn't call out specific refs, didn't swear, didn't insult anyone. She just said the officiating couldn't stop her team, a perfectly reasonable observation, one that could just as easily be read as praise for her teammates' resilience. Yet somehow that harmless line earned league discipline while the actual issues behind it remain untouched.